It's the 2K.
We're starting.
Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke on our sideline. Well, it was the Chicago Bulls winning their last game against the Charlotte Hornets.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for the Suns, Bledsoe is out there with Booker. Then there's Warren. Then there's Mirza Teletovic. And it's Len in at the 5 spot. And the thing about Eric Bledsoe, he's an absolutely terrific athlete. Insane athletic ability, his speed with the ball, especially Greg in the open court. Remarkable.
Yeah, and when he gets a full head of steam, look out. He goes beast mode, if you will, on the basketball floor. He really, truly is like a running back in the open field.
Now here's Bledsoe. He had 13 points in the win against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And he also was a table setter in that game, Kevin. Just an amazing job with his passing. Just a joy to watch that one. Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Bledsoe against King. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Len.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Now here's King, 33 points last game. From 7, he hits the back iron and sinks the shot. King's got 6.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Bledsoe kicks to Teletovic. Booker the pass to Bledsoe. Lock at 6. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Now here's Bledsoe. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. Booker gets to the corner and buries it.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
And with Thibs, he did end up getting fired from the Bulls this past season. Some saw it coming, but still, I think surprising given the level of success he had. His imprint is all over this Bulls team and the way they approach the game. That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
King outside. Gasol a screen. And King.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
He's got to quit while he's ahead, Kev. It worked that last time, but that's an invitation for a turnover.
Gasol a screen. King inside. Guarded by Bledsoe. Suns trail by 3. And the shot by Warren, no good. The Phoenix Suns come into this one after the win against Memphis.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Guys, simply a complete team performance. It's road wins where everybody contributes really can galvanize a team and bring it together.
Here's King following the score by Phoenix. Gibson the screen. And King. Oh, wow. That's a beautiful jam. That's not as easy as it made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary.
And you know what?
Man.
That man can climb a ladder.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. I spoke with the head coach for Phoenix. He's been chewing over the best plan of attack against the... He said the big thing is we can't play hero ball. We've got to be unselfish and trust our offense. Kevin, we'll see if they can turn the tables this time around and even the season series. Back to you.
Thank you, Doris, and quite a focus for the game here early on, and an important one too, guys.
Yeah, I mean, up against this team, finding ways to crack their defensive shell is always going to be the #1 challenge.
And I would say it would be the #2 and #3 challenges as well, guys.
And so here is Chicago.
You know, there was a time when some thought Tyson Chandler would be a draft bust. But, you know, it took some time before he found his niche and has been one of the best bigs in the NBA for the span of his career. You know, that shows you also when you draft guys out of high school, they're going to need a couple more years to really define who they are as players.
A shot by Knight, no good. For Chicago, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. And slam dunk by Harris.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Butler.
46 seconds left in the first quarter. Goodwin dishes to Knight. Here's Lure, defended by Gibson. Knight against Harris. And stolen by Butler. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. That was incredible.
Oh, can you believe that? Did we really just see that?
Oh, my gosh. They must have been practicing that move. They had to be.
A monster dunk served up cold.
And not going to let him get that easy dunk. Defense stopping the easy two, but a foul called and a trip to the free throw line instead. The Suns shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And he makes both free throws.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throws. Beautiful to watch.
Here's Harris. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Charlotte. Butler in the corner. It could go. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
They knew exactly what...
And Pau Gasol, after some great years and some difficult years, talks about now his newfound excitement playing with the Chicago Bulls. I think you'd have to say that Gasol's decision to go to Chicago Clark was great. He clearly gave it a lot of thought. It's hard to imagine him having made a better pick.
You know, I agree. Not only is he happy, but so are his teammates, Ask Rose and Noah and Butler. Those guys love playing with him, and you can see how the change of scenery rejuvenated the big Spaniard, too.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
The big men are Gibson and Noah. Butler and McDermott filling out the perimeter. And it's King at the point. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter.
That's a shot you've got to take if you're looking for the three-pointer. I mean, the defense was nowhere around.
What a year for the Suns in terms of transactions. Started the season with Dragic and Thomas on the roster and moved them both, Clark, at the deadline.
And, you know, most folks saw the Dragic trade coming after his disagreements with the team. The Thomas trade was a bit of a surprise, though.
Just 2 to shoot. Fires at the elbow. Again, Chicago.
Ooh, that is a tough shot.
Suns trail by 11. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Phoenix, no good that time either.
And as you said, the Suns made a flurry of deals at the deadline. You knew they would move one guard, but ended up moving 2. Brought back 1 as well.
Soft touch off the glass. King's got 17.
I love the killer instinct he shows right there, exploding to the rim to add to the lead.
To the paint, here's Butler, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good. When the Suns made all those trades, you kind of figured there would be some adjustment, and they did fall off a bit. Still, they felt what they had wasn't quite good enough going forward, so they got a jump on rebuilding last year.
And the Suns call time here. Their last encounter was in Phoenix.
Really a resounding loss the last time they matched up. They got absolutely manhandled on the boards.
And Greg, you know how it is. At some point, you've just got to man up and play with and toughness and pride inside. You know, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys who had to overcome major odds just to get to the NBA. Reportedly, his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. Mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on and on, yet he's made it and made it big.
Chicago making a switch here. Mirotic is checked in, and the Suns here with a different look. Alex Len's checked in for Chandler. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Lure. Warren's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Knight. Oh, that's offensive interference. Chicago with the ball. They're rolling here with a 9-point run. And going back to Jimmy Butler, there were just so many times when he was set up to fail. He was not heavily recruited out of high school. He was even homeless when he was in high school in the Houston area. Went to a junior college, then Marquette, now in the NBA. So he played his freshman year at a junior college, which I think humbled him just a bit, but maybe gave him that work ethic that is so much, Greg, a part of his game now.
And Kevin, the talent was there. And most of all, as we see how he dealt with adversity, the heart was there. He blocked out the distractions and finally transferred to a major college and worked his way into becoming a first-round pick.
And Teletovic kicks to Bledsoe. Launches it. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Stolen by Len. And now in transition is Bledsoe. Here we go. King with the block. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Ronnie Price is checked in for the Suns.
Ronnie Price.
And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Suns trail by 14. And there's the pass to Bledsoe. The Suns need to get a shot off. Here's Teletovic. Good on the three-point shot. Teletovic has got 5.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
Defense just not reacting with enough aggressiveness.
Here's King. And again, no good by Chicago.
Wells has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull that space.
And you can see, Clark, that he has garnered the attention of the defense here. They are not going to allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Deep. No luck. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Here's Bledsoe, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Tell you what, guys, it was a bit of a mixed bag for Eric Bledsoe last season. Average career highs in rebounds and assists. Those were the good parts. But for some reason, the field goal and three-point percentages dropped 30-plus points.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Pau Gasol is checked in for Noah. Rose comes in for Doug McDermott. And Harris subbed in for King. And the Suns making a change here as well.
And the game of basketball is one of runs. And right now, this one's definitely not over.
No, it certainly isn't. I mean, if they string together a few more baskets and get a couple of stops, I mean, this game will be tight again just like that. So stay tuned.
And it's Rose penetrating. Power down the jam.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Phoenix calls timeout. Derrick Rose has certainly piled up the awards for such a young player, starting with Rookie of the Year, 111 first-place votes to only 5 for the runner-up. We know about his MVP, and that just shines out so brightly for him.
And how about he and Michael Jordan, the only MVPs in Chicago Bulls history?
And Phoenix making a change here. Knight's checked in. Gasol passes to Rose. 58 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. And it's a 12-point Bulls lead.
You know, looking back to Rose's MVP award, his stats were on another planet that year. He was only the 3rd player to record 2,000 points and 600 assists in a single season since 1973. The other 2, LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
And the basket by Harris.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Here's Knight. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring, and setting up his teammates.
The shot is off. Some solid defense from Harris. The Bulls leading by 13. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Outside Rose. Shoots the 3. No good. And so that...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. Chicago holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They have a 13-point lead. Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, in terms of running a smooth, efficient offense, they've been as good as it gets. The looks they've created have been high percentage. The ball is moving, guys are rotating. That's what got them those good looks, Ernie. And this is the reason they got that nice lead.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Phoenix?
Well, they're facing a very hot team in the first half. I mean, guys are shooting the ball lights out. But you have to do more to get stops. I mean, tough defense is the key. And if you put pressure on the ball and more bodying up down low, that's going to establish more aggressive tone that might shut them down in the second half.
And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. It's been one outstanding game for Shake and Bake.
He created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. They've got Warren laying out there with Myleague. Then there's Bledsoe, and it's Booker in at the shooting guard position.
And guys, with the Suns last year, you know, it wasn't a full return to that 7 seconds or less era, but it was pretty close. And the Suns were right at the top in terms of pace of play.
Phoenix ball.
Here's Booker. He's got 8. Out to the wing. Here's Teletovic, defended by Gibson. And Teletovic kicks to Bledsoe. They set the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Teletovic, defended by Gibson. Teletovic misses. The Bulls leading by 9. And King, here we go. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Chicago. Phoenix also making some changes. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Len. John Lure comes in for Teletovic. And it's P.J. Tucker in for Warren.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Pass to Lure. There's the screen. The dish now to Booker. Out to the right wing. Here's Tucker. And again, it's the Suns missing. Chicago's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. King with it. He's got 22. And he drops in the layup off the glass. King's got 24.
I mean, he was great and has not lost that love and feeling.
Here's Bledsoe, and it's good off the back rim and in.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick-fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Here's Harris. Good on the triple. Harris has got 11 points.
Just a great hustle play there. Energy and passion. This is what you play the game for.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. King against Bledsoe. Pass to Booker. Here's Tucker. Chicago grabs the miss. King's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories. Rebounds just being one of them.
And there's a foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That's his first foul. Bulls making a switch here. Noah's checked in, and Phoenix also making a switch. Rice is checked in. Harris outside. Kick out to King. 3 on the clock. Takes a 3. Offensive rebound to the left side wing. Passes to Harris. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. King against Price. King outside. Second shot opportunity. And that's 2 points on the layup. King's got 26.
Their interior defense has been dismal.
Yeah, they're losing the battle in the paint.
And you look at Joakim Noah, I mean, one of those hybrid talents. As a center, he gives you the rebounding, the shot blocking you want. But then he also has tremendous passing skills and instincts and the energy of a mountain lion.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Here's King, and John Lure gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Some changes for Chicago. Mirotic comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for King. And a change for the Suns. Knight's checked in for Booker. Phoenix on defense. Down by 15.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Knight kicks to Chandler. Back to Knight. From the line. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
That's his first personal foul.
And going back to Joakim Noah, he really is a hybrid. He holds American, Swedish, and French citizenships. He's truly a man of the world, and he's worldly on the floor. He can guard and play a lot of different positions.
And Kevin, he looks like a man of the world. He has a unique style unto himself, but I'll take the versatility and the hustle he brings on my team any day. If he's healthy, he's a factor.
And it's Harris off the drive. 4 on the shot clock. Back to Mirotic. Harris outside. Chandler comes with the double team. Here's Mirotic. And the Bulls get it back, but they recover it. Here's Harris. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Harris has got 13. Suns trail by 14. 43 seconds left in the third. It's Knight with the drive. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Beyond the arc. That's good from Harris on the assist by Butler. 16 points for prime time.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Again, the miss by Knight.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
Lets it go with a 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
He is on fire from behind the arc.
Yeah, it seems like all of his points are coming from deep, Greg.
He got it up in time, but it was... Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. The Bulls leading by 20. Gibson is the 4. Oh! Boom! And nobody getting in the way.
Not at all. Major throwdown.
The spinorama, kind of like using the washing machine. Do you know what kind of athlete you have to be to pull off that 360?
Remarkable, truly remarkable.
Let's call it the agitator.
I tell you what, spinorama, I like the nickname. You may have started something there.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. King outside. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Well, some really terrific numbers for Shake and Bake. 28 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And Clark, that might not make the highlight reel, but those are important points nonetheless.
And the first one drops.
And in today's NBA, it's all about spacing on offense. It used to be more about finding matchups to exploit. Now it is all about opening up great looks by spreading the floor.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for night. The feed to Booker. Kicks to Teletovic. And that one hits back iron.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
And King, here we go.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. King with the block.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Rose gets a wide open look. The three-pointer, no good. Suns have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Here's Booker. Some solid defense from Butler.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those two things, it makes it real hard to score on him.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And guys, you look over the history of the Defensive Player of the Year award, and it usually goes to big men. Big men get the blocks and clog up the paint, but before last season, the last 10 Defensive Player of the Year awards went to bigs.
Shooting two. Shooting two.
The first free throw is good. Last year we saw Kawhi Leonard win the Defensive Player of the Year award. Draymond Green was runner-up, and although he was a power forward, I thought, Clark, he was defending on the perimeter quite a bit.
Yeah, he was. And, you know, it's only the 8th time out of 33 Defensive Player of the Year awards that's not been given to a big guy. So, well earned by Kawhi Leonard, and Draymond Green very easily could have won the award, too.
Chicago was as strong as they would have hoped for last season at home in the United Center. A lot of big wins for them here.
Yeah, and despite all the injuries, they go 27-14 at home, and that helped to assure them of home court in the first round of the playoffs.
Shot clock at 6. Rose attacking. The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
That's straight up Showtime stuff right there, baby. Major highlight reel material.
Brooks against Bledsoe. Now here's Tucker. Tight defense on him. He dishes it to Price for the 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Gasol's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken advantage of it. And that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim.
For Phoenix, they've gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the fourth quarter underway. Tucker dishes to Bledsoe. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Mirotic is checked in for Pau Gasol. And the Suns making a change here as well. Goodwin's checked in for Eric Bledsoe. Rose against Buttinger, and Rose throws it down.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But, again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
Here's Price. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Outside Rose.
Well, there were a few complaints last season about how the playoff seeding was done, most notably in the Western Conference. Portland was the 4th seed for winning their division, but without that division win, would have been the 6th seed.
That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
They've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Dishes it to Tucker. Good ball movement here by the Suns. 5 on the clock. Down low. Feeds to Lure. And there's the 3-second violation.
That's an inexcusable mistake, guys. That's not the way to get back in the game.
And I don't know if anybody can tell you what he was thinking, because I certainly have no idea.
Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Chicago. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for the Suns. Stolen by Buttinger.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Chicago.
But, Steve, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out, Clark, this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
Yeah, I thought the result might be a little different this time around, but clearly I was mistaken. And now they'll have to wait till next year for a shot at revenge.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Shake and Bake. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
And here is Buttinger. He kicks to Lure. He feeds it to Buttinger. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. 46 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Rose against Chandler. 11 feet away. Chandler with the block. And here's the fast break. Here's Buttinger. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Rose against Buttinger. Rose attacking. And Chandler sends it back. Price kicks to Buttinger. Aaron Brooks comes up with the rebound. Left side Price. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Checking in for the Suns. P.J. Tucker.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They won this game going away.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
And Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Let's take a look at our Jordan player of the game. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.